Hello, hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? And sometimes doing Facebook Lives on this computer, I never know if it's working or not. Anyway, how are you guys today? Today is day 40. Day 40. We're almost halfway through. Can you believe that? It is going really fast. And so today we are going to talk about invitation skills. And part of the homework that we gave you is to do your own Zoom class. So you want to invite people, have them come on and do a Zoom class. Now, have you done that yet? Who has done a Zoom class? And that is really valuable, really important to get that under your belt. And schedule one once a week, schedule one twice a week. I know we've been doing them quite a bit for you guys. And now we need to cut the rope and have you guys start doing them yourself if you haven't already. And so some of you may have done some and maybe nobody showed up. Some of you may have invited 100 people and nobody showed up. So consider it's the way you're inviting. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about your invitation skills. And this is something that's part of the process. It's actually really good to know, like, oh, I'm crappy at inviting people. That's great because we all are. But remember one thing. When you first started learning about doTERRA and somebody was sharing with you, maybe it was me sharing with you or Suzanne sharing with you or somebody on your team, your upline was sharing with you, it was different, right? Because what happens is when you're like, oh my God, what is that? You have like this. I remember for me, when I first started sharing doTERRA, I wasn't doing the business. I was just like, oh my gosh, these oils really work. They're amazing. They're incredible. I just can't believe it. I've been struggling for so long. And oh my God, you got to try this. And it just was like, there was no conversation in my head about, I need you to buy something for me or I need you to enroll. And this is really important. So I want you guys, like yesterday, I had you go through and write down, why are you doing this? Who are you hanging around with? I had you ask those 4 questions, right? And that is to get you thinking about the presence of who you are in the matter. Like what are you doing in your invitation? Who are you being in the invitation? Are you being possibility or are you being of scarcity? And what I mean by scarcity is that like it's not happening, nobody's signing up, blah blah blah, and you show up like that, like it's in order to get them. I need to get you to do something. And that's just so right there. And but if you're actually in the space of how you were when you first learned about the oils, when you first smelled the first oil, when somebody was sharing with you and you're like, "Oh my God, there's something really incredible here." Like you felt the magic, right? And so be in that moment when you're on the space of inviting people. It's like, and you don't, sometimes the more we get to know something, the worse we are about inviting. Yeah. So the more you know something, the smarter you get, the harder it is to invite people because you're almost a push off or a turn off to other people. And people don't want to hang around. You just a know everything. I don't want that. And so what you want to do is you want to be in the space of ignorance. Like, don't be Miss Smarty Pants. You want to be in the space of ignorance. So what I mean by that is like, my best invitations were like this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about what I'm just learning about these amazing essential oils. I have no clue what it's all about. I'm just learning. And there's going to be this amazing, amazing event coming up. And, I would really love you to come with me. Love it if you'd came with me to this event and share. And let's talk about it. Let's see what this is all about. I think you would love this. And this might be a really incredible opportunity. I would love to do this with you. And so, are you in with me or are you not? I have limited seating, and so I need to have a firm yes or no, and it's going to sell out fast. So we want to make a decision right away. So, there's nothing being smart about it. Like you're going to learn about all of this stuff that I already know. I mean, it's not that. It's more of this excitement, this energy, this let's go and learn together. And there's room and space for that person to be part of that invitation to say yes or no, right? Now you could say something like, if I invited you to this event because I only have a few spots, would you come? And that is really powerful too, because then people know that there's like a limited opportunity, a limited window for them to jump on board. And so if you're having a hard time with your invitations or nobody's showing up, what I suggest is to sit down and write down some of your ways you've invited people. Go back to your questions that I asked yesterday and go through and sit down. Why are you doing this? And then what is that space like when you're excited about doing the oils, when you're excited about sharing the oils? What does that space feel like? And then what is your presence to other people? Like, even me doing these Facebook lives, I struggle with them. um, I just feel like I have a lot of conversation going on in my head, and I know it shows up. And so, that is also what's happening when you're doing the invitations to other people. It's like, what is that concern or those issues that you have in your head? You need to just let those go and get back into that space of what really inspires you. Now, I'm going to go back and talk to you about my mom for a minute. My mom has this really good friend that she's been selling the oils to for 8 years. Never bought any, but she said, "Oh, you got to do these oils. You got to do these oils." And oh my gosh. And no, 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 no. And it's really hurtful sometimes, right? When your best friend keeps telling you no. And after a while, you just like, ugh, you just don't even want to deal with that person anymore, right? And so think about that. It's like when you're in order to or trying to get something to do something, it's the most difficult. But consider that their no is just a no right now. It's going to be a yes eventually. So my mom's best friend finally said yes over the weekend, and she was so excited to be signing up and getting their oils and starting a health and wellness program. And I asked mom when she called me, she goes, "Oh my gosh, I got Deanna to enroll." And Deanna's sitting right next to her. And so you got to be careful about the verbiage and the wording that you're saying around other people. It's like you got them, and it's just like, oh, it's ugly. You want to say things like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that Deanna's decided to take on some natural health for herself and to join this journey with us. We're just so delighted to welcome her into the family." Completely different, right? Completely different feel. And so you always want to always never think about the enrollment and just think about leading people into natural health. And with this event, this opportunity, there's so much energy and excitement that's going to happen, and that needs to come from you. And when you're inviting somebody, say, hey, if you're calling them on the phone, go back to the scripts that we talked about and polish them up to the invite to the event. Events are huge game changers for you because you're going to get more of a community of your people around you to be supporting you. And so what you can say is, hey, I know you're really super busy. I'm busy too. I'm just running out the door. I just have a second. I just wanted to let you know that there's this really cool event coming up, and it's something that I'm just learning about, and I just thought of you, and I would really love for you to come with me. Are you interested? If I invite you, I only have a few seats, and it would be really, really important to me if you came. And if they say, well, what is it about? Say, well, I'm just learning about this, but it's all about natural health solutions. It's about essential oils, and they're just so incredible. And I know it'd be something you'd be really curious about. Um, and so when you're talking to people, you could also add into that conversation a lot of attaboys, like a lot of coaching their, making them feel good about themselves. It's like, I really value your opinion, and it would be really great if you came with me so that we can collaborate together on what you think about it. I just really think that you're really smart with this kind of thing, and it would be great to hear what you're thinking. So that's another way to invite people. And if they could say, well, I'll think about it, say, well, I only have a few seats. I'm also inviting some other people that are on my mind, on my top list. And so I would need a decision right away if you could. And so if I follow up with you tomorrow, like, could you make a decision by tomorrow? You want to be intentional and be nice about it, not like, well, I need to know right away. You feel like saying that, right? But you want to be intentional. And it's like, at our print shop, like I've said this before, we used to always ask about how to get a deposit. So I would say to people, so are you ready to get started with this project today? I have just a small a window on my schedule that I'd like to book you so that I won't lose your spot and we can get your order done in time. And so getting a deposit from people is just really incredible because then they're putting a commitment towards it, right? And so you could say something like this. Um, we have this incredible event coming, and I would love for you to come and learn all about it. And afterwards, we can go have ice cream and talk about what it's all about. And if you're thinking you want to run with me, this will be really incredible. I would just so honor that and so value that. It would be just incredible. And so anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you want to be able to establish the time frame, um, the commitment, like what is the intentionality of your invite, so that there's no question. Don't be weird. People are always weird about stuff, and when you're feeling weird, like, do you think you want a deposit for maybe getting us started on the print job? Or, hey, I know you're really busy, but I would really appreciate if you could carve out 3 hours of your time on Saturday or whatever the day the event is in that area. And this will be life changing. Are you in with me? I really think you want to say yes. And just help people make a decision and be intentional with it. And if you don't want to come, I totally get it. And I'll totally let that go. I mean, I totally will let that be okay. I just feel like, I'm a stand for you and I really would love you to come with me. So stepping that towards that is really powerful. A couple other things that I have down on my notes is don't just post the invite on social media. Bloop, here's the invite. It's not going to work. You might get one, but you don't know who their intention is, right? And so you really want to do like a video invite, do something. I was coaching another leader. She wanted to send out an email blast. And so here's what I asked. I told her. She was asking for some scripts. This is something like, hey, Martha, or hey, you. It's been wonderful connecting with you, and I've really got a great sense of you being someone who is up to something and not shy. And I have a hunch I would bring, could be wrong, but I would love to invite you to this event. Do you think you would like to know more about it? So that is the script that we had from Friday. And then we rephrased it a little bit and said, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, I can't find it. It just slipped away from the thing here. Shoot. Um, but hey, friends, I'm so excited to tell you all about something that I've been keeping it a secret, and I'm about to explode. It's been so amazing. And I can only share with those who are wanting to make a huge difference in their lives and perhaps may be interested in taking care of themselves with the powerful natural health solutions. That and then you can say, "Is that sound like you?" And then that way they're like, "What are you talking about?" They're going to come back and say, "What are you talking about?" And say, um, "Well, do you have do you have any health solutions that you are been working on or goals that you've been working on that you've been struggling with?" And you're just leading them into a quiet conversation is just really powerful. Okay, so that's enough of that, you guys. Um, Follow the scripts, go through and review those scripts. I hope you've printed them out and taken a look at them. And so I would love to hear some of your thoughts on what you actually have as far as great invites that are working for you. Write them down on the chat below. And let's make this a collaborative effort so that other people can learn from you as well. Always looking for great ideas, you guys. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. You have a good day. Bye.